Taurus, how are you guys doing? It is bonus time for April 2024. Time for your bonus reading. So when I do bonus readings, the main thing that I'm looking for is details, situations, or entire scenarios that for whatever reason didn't make it into the main monthly reading. So you know what to do if you want to find out how to schedule a personal reading. Please check down there in the description box of this video. And that's where you'll find everything you need to know. Okay. So I'm starting this off here with the next person coming in. Next person coming in for Taurus. How's that situation looking? Some of y'all got a Pisces headed your way with the moon card there. Hang on, I don't know what to say about that yet. And the Eight of Wands reversed. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm glad I kept my mouth shut because I was so tempted to say something as the cards were coming out. Because it almost kind of looks like this is something that's going to start quick and end quicker than it started. With the Fool card, Ace of Cups. Okay, that's leaping head first into a new relationship, boo-boo. And there's nothing wrong with that except for the Moon card and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. This is about repressed feelings and horrible communication. Especially those of you. Now, there's maybe a couple of you. Now, this isn't technically a new person reading, but there may be a couple of you who have just recently connected with this person. And right now, we are going through one of the heaviest Mercury pre-shadows I have felt since probably 2021. Real talk, dude. Real talk. So it's not telling me what's going wrong. It's not telling me what the issue is. It's not even saying that anything even goes wrong. Like, I'm not even seeing what the problem is. It's just like, oh yeah, boom, yes, everything's looking good, you know, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, boom, Tower card, Ten of Cups reversed. Bam, like suddenly, abruptly, and unexpectedly blindsides you with an ending. And you're left heartbroken and stunned and shocked. Damn. Could be an Aries for some of you. I have two Aries cards here with the Emperor and the Fool. I also have Pisces. Well, let's see what this person is all about. What's their feelings, energy, and intentions? What's the deal with this, man? What's this person's real intentions, their real feelings, their true energy? King of Cups in the reverse. So they might be a real good emotional manipulator, a real good emotional game player. This might be a test for some of you, honestly. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. This person's real superficial, real materialistic, probably very, very charming on the outside, but I think this person's an emotional manipulator. Love bombing. Looks like this person's coming forward and love bombing. And I know that's kind of a buzzword, especially in spiritual and conscious communities where people love to claim that they've dealt with narcissists, you know. And some people have, and some people have not. There's some people that overuse and abuse that fucking word. But yes, narcissists can love bomb. Yes, they can. I'm not saying they don't. However, just because somebody does love bomb doesn't intrinsically make them a narcissist, you know? Now, I wouldn't call this person a narcissist. I do think that they are an emotional manipulator. I do think that they are love bombing. They might be playing mind games with you, but I wouldn't go as far as to say narcissism. I wouldn't go that far. I'm thinking with the Eight of Cups in the reverse here and the King of Wands reversed, this person's too afraid to jump into anything serious since the ending of their last relationship. This might be a test for some of you, to be honest with you. It very well may be. Okay. Well, since we kind of already got the outcome in that first spread, let's just jump straight to the advice. What's the advice? What's the advice? Ooh, Emperor reversed. Hang on. Knight of Pentacles. I don't even know why this advice is being given to you, because this normally wouldn't be an issue for you. When you connect with somebody new, anybody, I don't care if you feel something strange coming off of them, or if they check every box and is just green light after green light after green light, you know, or green flag, or you know, whatever you want to call it. Still, keep the person at a reasonable arm's distance while you just observe for the first few months. Try not to cast any judgments. You know that anytime you meet any new person, we all want to lead with our best foot forward. All of us do. All of us do. Don't lie. Yeah, you do. You do. I do. We always want to lead with our best foot forward when making a first impression. We all do. And that's okay. But you have to understand that after a certain point, that bad gimpy foot's going to catch up. You know? Because we're all humans. We all got a good foot and we all got a gimpy foot. So give it time. Give it time for the person to get comfortable. And don't let them in too close. Don't get your hopes too high. Don't set your expectations too high right off the bat. And draw some boundaries too. Draw some boundaries, because the universe, see, here's what happens too sometimes. If you draw boundaries early enough, the universe might take the trash out for you. And you know how that usually happens? Getting ghosted. I get that question a lot, believe it or not. I probably, well, I mean, not like all, probably at least once or twice a week. At least once or twice a week, somebody comes to me for a reading and asks the question, why did this person ghost me? And I'll have to break down and explain to them. Every time somebody ghosts you, that means one thing and one thing only. They were hiding something. Something. Now, what were they hiding? Who the fuck knows? But it means they were hiding something. So what does that translate into? the universe took the trash out for you. Because would you rather get ghosted now or end up in a long-term relationship, possible engagement ring, planning a wedding, this shit, that, the third, and the other thing with somebody who's hiding shit? Right? That would hurt way more later on down the line. Whoever it is that ghosts you, right, a lot of times, especially if you are a very independent individual who isn't very agreeable and you don't just bend over, right, you'll probably get ghosted because they know that their game ain't going to work on you. So they're like, fuck, man, this person ain't going to be nothing but a headache if I try to play this game. So they'll just go ahead and leave. And that's the universe saving you the headache. All right. Let's take a look at the person you're actually interested in. By the way, I think for the majority of you, that is a test. I think a lot of you are going to be tested here this Aries season. Well, let's look at the person you're actually interested in, though. Any other important details we can tell Taurus about the person they're actually interested in? So this person is a very near and dear member of your soul family. This is why you feel such a strong connection with them. You all have had past lifetimes in which you played very close, important personal roles in each other's lives, such as husband and wife, brother and sister, parent and child, shit like that, you know. You and this person have played roles like that in each other's lives many, many times in previous lifetimes, and that's why you feel the connection so strong. And yes, they feel the connection too. No, you're not making this up in your head. Yes, they feel it too. They are just as nervous about it as you are. They're just as nervous about it as you are. But that's not the only blockage here. That's not the only blockage. That is the main blockage, though. I'm also kind of thinking, too, that this person might still have their options open. It might be a blockage that they've placed on the situation. Even though they do feel an incredibly strong connection with you, they're not trying to settle down with anybody right now. I think they're too scared. I think they're too scared to settle down. Let's see if anything's happening here. Is a love offer being made? Is a new start in love happening? What's going down here? What is the dealio Emilio? What is happening? Four of Pentacles reversed. Oops, Seven of Pentacles. All right, last one. High Priestess, King of Coins. I mean, if you're waiting on this person to come forward and express their love, it doesn't look like they're doing that. King of Coins, Fool card reversed. Yeah, Two of Cups reversed. Things are sitting kind of stagnant between the two of you. And while this situation sits stagnant, while nobody takes action, the universe is slowly closing the door on this situation. And here real soon with that Death card there, if somebody doesn't take action here real soon, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? World card. Two of Wands reversed. Man. Damn, this is tricky. Nine of Wands, Five of Wands. So you're going to kind of have to probably be a little bit delicate with this situation. You don't want to try to be too pushy and demanding, which I don't think you're doing that anyway, but, you know. Maybe try to have a conversation with this person. Maybe try to see if you can get them to acknowledge this connection. That's the only thing that I can think here. But this person's on guard. So it's like you say one wrong thing, or you don't even have to say an actual wrong thing. They could just take one thing you say wrong, and then it could pop off into some ugly drama, especially if they're trying to push down and ignore this connection, and you're trying to bring it to the forefront, and they're wanting to push it down and ignore it. Man, you don't want to fuck around and say the wrong thing. I would just say to try to have as much of a mature adult conversation with this person as possible. But if they're not willing to cooperate with this particular soul contract, and the universe closes the door on this shit, and the opportunity ends up dead in the water, at least you can say, well, you know what, I tried, and you know you could have had an opportunity with me. So then you can go make them regret it. But they have to know that they had an opportunity with you before they can go regret it. Before you can make them regret it. All right, let's look at the person from the past. Let's see if we missed any details on the past person. Any important details about the past person that Taurus is inquiring about? Any important details? 10 of Cups reversed. Judgment reversed. Unresolved, unfinished business, unanswered questions. You all are still karmically tied. You're still karmically tied. Some of you, there's a part of you thinking that they'll be back. You intuitively know that they want to talk to you. There's a part of you that feels like any day now they're going to show up in your inbox. And I think that you're right. I think it's not uncommon at all for them to pull out their phone and start typing a message. But I think they want to be in control of this situation. And they feel like if they come forward, that gives you the power and the control. So those of you who intuitively feel like this person is still thinking about you, still keeping an eye on you, you're right. You are absolutely right. I just think this is mainly about control. They don't want you to think that they feel any type of way. So, but you know that it's a fake facade, especially if this was recent. I don't give a damn who you're dealing with. For those of you who just recently got out of a long-term relationship, like 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, y'all just recently got out of it within the past 3 or 4 months, 6 months, no, they have not moved on. I get that question not all the time, but it's not as uncommon as you would think. For somebody to come to me for a reading and they'll say, me and my husband of 10 years just separated 8 weeks ago. Have they moved on? And I'm like, dude, I don't need a tarot card to tell you, no, they have not. It doesn't work. You don't move on that quick, even if they hate you. It don't matter how they feel about you. It don't matter if they hate you. It don't matter if they never want to see you again. It don't matter. You don't move on that quick. If you are in a 5-year, 10-year relationship, I got news for you. Let's get scientific about it. Your brain is wired to that relationship. That's not Rich Lopp's little theory. That's neuroscience. Whatever routine you have for a long, drawn-out, extended period of time, your brain is wired to it. Nobody is going to unwire a 10-year-old program completely and rewire a completely new routine and new program in 6 weeks. Now, you can start rewiring it. You can begin the process. But man, goddamn it, no. No. If this is something that was long-term and it ended fairly recently, no, they have not moved on. I don't care how much it looks like they have. They're putting on a show. No, they have not moved on. Okay, well, let's see how they feel about you. How does this person feel about Taurus? 2 of Cups reversed. So they're not really trying to get back with you. They're not really trying to reconnect with you. Let's see if do they miss you? Do they love you? Their number one goal right now is to try to replace you. That's all they care about. It's a dumb move, but, you know, that's what they're trying to do. They don't want the drama. They're trying to replace you as soon as possible to distract themselves from the heartbreak. So they're a lot more heartbroken than they let on. I told you they ain't moved on. They have not moved on. So what this says is, yes, they do still feel some type of way. Yes, they do. And yes, they do want to talk to you, but I don't think they have anything new to say. Pretty sure that anything this person has to say, you've already heard them say it 100 times. So if you're wondering if they're going to open up and confess something, I don't think so. And for some of you, you're dealing with somebody who took off and developed some ugly, unhealthy habits. You know? Especially if they had some unhealthy habits while y'all were together, they've probably gotten worse. You know? Like if they like a little drinky drink, you know, every night after work. Well, since y'all split, now they be hitting the drinky drink first thing in the morning. Yeah, I feel like that's for probably quite a few of you. But even if it's not drugs or drinking, it's some kind of unhealthy, toxic habit to distract themselves from problems. Whether it's gambling, whether it's porno, whether it's fucking strip clubs, whether it's drinking, drugs, or for some of you, I don't even give a damn if it's fucking food, as silly as that sounds. I know that sounds stupid, but it's actually a real thing. Okay. Could be a Capricorn for some of you, by the way. So let's see if this person is reaching out. Are they reaching out to you? What actions are being taken? Chariot, no, like I said, they're trying to move on. They're moving forward, trying to replace you, but they're not doing a very successful job. What's the advice? Would it be a good idea for Taurus to communicate with this person? What's the advice? Eight of Swords. It's saying right now, finish letting this tower burn to the ground. Now, okay, so this is where it gets kind of tricky, because this advice has a lot to do with how recent this situation is. So for those of you dealing with a situation that's not recent, this was a year ago, 2 years ago, you got some healing to do. You got some healing to do. There's no one size fits all for this, but 1 year is the bare minimum to start the healing process, to start getting comfortable. And only once you've done enough healing, okay, healing happens in 3 stages, okay? There's 3 stages of true healing: acceptance, understanding, and then gratitude. Now, I break this whole process down in my course, The True Steps to Healing. You can find that on my website. But there are 3 stages. If you're going to go all the way through the actual healing process: acceptance, understanding, and then finally gratitude. Now, acceptance is the first stage. I have an idea that some of you, if you broke up with this person a year ago, 2 years ago, and you're still watching this video, you haven't even made it through the first phase yet of acceptance. So I wouldn't even try to talk to this person until you've made it through the first stage of healing. Now, that's only a few of you, though. I don't think that's the majority. I get a real strong feeling that the Taurus collective that needs to hear this message, probably upwards of 80 to 90% of you, this was recent. And for those of you dealing with a situation that recently came to an end within 3-4 months ago, for now, let the tower continue to burn to the ground and keep walking. For now, just for now. Let's meet you in the middle. How about let's plan to have a conversation with this person somewhere near the holidays? How about that? Let's plan for somewhere around the Thanksgiving, Christmas ballpark, right? And here's what you want to do. You want to make sure that the next time you talk to this person, you have grown and evolved so much, they don't even know how to talk to you. They don't even know how to talk to you. Their jaw is on the floor. They're like, If you evolve hardcore enough, you'll get that reaction out of somebody. Somebody who thought they knew you like the back of their damn hand. You evolve hardcore enough, you'll get that reaction. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay? Now, here's why I say that. Here's why I say that. Because you know what happens 90% of the time when you do some healing? Now, it's not 100% of the time. You know, there's exceptions to everything. But a good 90% of the time, when you do a certain level of healing and you go reconnect with somebody from the past, you will completely lose all interest in wanting anything to do with that person anymore. And like, not in a mean way, not in a negative way. I don't mean you're angry. I don't mean you're bitter or resentful. It's just very matter of fact. Like, oh, wow. No, you know what? I can actually see very clearly the deeper meaning behind why this was meant to happen the way that it happened. So, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I'm good on that. That's what happens most of the time. Only once you've done a certain level of healing. So let's do that for now, okay? Hey, there may be one or two of you who you do enough healing, they do enough healing. The two of you come back together somewhere around Thanksgiving, Christmas, bam, you could fucking reconcile successfully. It's possible. It is possible, but I got news for you. The primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. No matter what you want to do, no matter if you want to move forward with a new person or reconcile with a past person, healing is your number one priority because vibration is the primary law. No matter who you connect with, what will manifest between the two of you will be a representation of the frequency that you bring to the table. That's why healing is so important. Okay? All right, well, I feel like those were the messages that my Taurus friends needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check down there in the description of this video if y'all would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm going to get out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.